Today's draft is types of paths, and it's brought to you by Roman. No one's perfect. Even the best baseball players strike out with the bases loaded. Even the best golfers sometimes three-putt with the tournament on the line. Even the best podcasters named Jake Storielli can't get their dick hard. So if you feel like you come up short in the bedroom, sometimes it's perfectly okay. But if it's bothering you, there are options. With Roman, you can get a free online evaluation and ongoing care for ED, all from the comfort and privacy of your home. A U.S. licensed healthcare professional will work with you to find the best treatment plan if medication is appropriate. It ships to you free with 2-day shipping. The whole process is straightforward and discreet. Getting started is simple. Just go to getroman.com/Jomboy and complete an online visit. Take care of your ED without leaving home. Complete an online visit today to connect with a doctor and take care of it. Go get roman.com/Jomboy and get $15 off your first order of ED treatment. Look, there's a straightforward way to take care of ED. Get roman.com/Jomboy. Okay. I have so many funny visuals when I read that stupid ad. I thought about the doctor on the other end of the laptop.
You keep mentioning my name in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a device to make the listener think, oh, maybe there's going to be more banter and inside jokes within this ad because he just made a joke about Jake, so maybe I'll keep listening. Anyway, every time I think about this ad, I just think about a doctor on one side of a laptop being like, well, let me see. And then a guy on the other side just like trying to jerk off and like, and the doctor's like holding up some porn in his phone. And the guy's like, see, doc, nothing happens. And I'm sure that's not how it happens. But that's what I picture every time when they say like, just like a FaceTime visit or whatever. I'm like,
there was a gal in Dallas that she was recently divorced, and we were
romantic.
We got romantic.
Yeah.
And she had a giant tattoo above her of a bird.
Yeah.
And I thought, all right.
That's cool.
Sure.
Maybe it was her pet bird that died because of all the Teflon.
Found out it was her ex-husband's name.
His last name was Bird?
No.
Oh.
She covered it up with a giant hummingbird.
Maybe like her husband died and that was like him reincarnate.
Once I learned that, my wiener stopped working with her.
Well, just go to Roman. Actually, I think that's like a deep-rooted psychology for both of you.
No, it was like a good thing for me. I think my brain was telling him like...
She told you that?
This doesn't seem like a good
She told
situation.
you that mid or pre?
I think after.
Oh, okay.
The initial, yeah.
Well, you might be able to still get some help with that at getroman.com.
Getroman.com.
Yeah, all right, so we're drafting types of paths. We all wrote down a number to figure out the draft order. I wrote down number 42. Jake also wrote number 42.
Not a joke. I was in the process of starting to write a 42.
What did you write?
I'll just roll with the 69 I had from last week.
Should we all write 3 different ones? Should he get a chance now as well?
I think so.
Okay, let's all change it up.
I shouldn't have thrown BBD to pen.
Jake and I wrote down the same damn number. Okay, we have new numbers. I wrote down 42.
I thought about doing it.
I was going to go to just 41.
You said new numbers, so I'm almost calling you out on that because I went 24.
That's a good call.
And that's obvious.
I went 22.
A little bit illegal.
22?
Yeah.
And 24?
Kind of illegal on you.
Do you want me to redo it?
Round 3?
Okay.
Are we all going?
I'm going round 3. All right. Shit.
So new numbers.
New final numbers.
New numbers.
Is it allowed to be 42 again?
42's out.
42's out.
Okay.
Had a great run.
So can I not just repeat?
You can do whatever you want besides 42. It's obviously illegal.
It's permanently banned.
Yeah.
It's retired. Jackie Robinson.
I wrote 54.
I went 84.
Okay.
I went to 21.
42 times 2.
Okay, here we go.
See that on there.
The number is 11.
Okay.
So
that's me.
You get first pick. What do you want to draft first, second, or third?
I want the 3-4 turnaround.
I like that.
All right, I'll take 2.
All right. This works out for me. I am the first overall pick. Types of paths.
Yeah.
Types of paths. For me, this was a layup.
Okay.
I had a consensus number 1 overall. It is the righteous path.
Yep, that's really good. That's good.
I mean, it literally.
Yep. No. I mean, you don't want to be too righteous. Like
I've never given off a too righteous.
No,
vibes.
but it is. You know, to be too righteous, there's usually skeletons under those people's closet. Like
you're covering up for.
Yes,
something.
you're hiding. It's a good path. I don't know if it's consensus number one.
I think I don't know where it's going to stand by the end of this, but I'm very happy you picked it.
Thank you.
Okay.
Because
Damn.
I'm now. I think I that mentally brought me into the game.
Okay.
Okay.
This is the most I've struggled with the draft.
Okay.
The
I
second.
haven't made a pick yet.
So if you Google righteous in the dictionary, the second definition is very good, excellent.
Yeah.
So like,
It's a little too much.
shout out. Okay. I'm happy with that pick.
Okay. All right. I am going to take with my number.
We might have
two.
to hide the chat a little bit because they're showing some
they're
paths.
giving-
They're leaking a lot of
They're
picks.
leaking some of the
yeah.
paths.
Giving
So,
a few too many ideas.
With my first pick, I am taking stepping stones.
Okay.
I think they're really fun. It's kind of like hopscotch for adults. And when you lay them in a stepping stone path from driveway to like back deck, you almost like you do a little hop. You make sure you hit everyone. It's hopscotch for adults, really. And I think they can look gorgeous in the garden.
You will make an audible noise if you see a well-made stepping stone path. You're
Yeah.
like, whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, this is
When you
perfectly
get to
mapped out
do
for
it.
my feet. You know.
A lot of maintenance.
Oh, tons. Me and
It's a lot
my
of
dad.
maintenance.
You're taking like a man-made stepping stone path. Not
He
that,
gets both.
Yeah,
get
no, I'm
both.
also
like
taking
you're preferring.
Obviously,
Yeah.
anyone that's listening to
That's what
Talking
you're
Yanks
thinking about.
know I'm a big stepping stone guy. It's an award that's been given on Talking Yanks a lot, the Stepping Stone Award. So yeah, and then stepping stones is one of the cooler ways to get from A to B.
Yeah.
It's interactive. It's like an interactive path.
See, know where you're going to get me is if there's ever dry stepping stones to cross a river, I have to take them.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
the only
Yeah.
option in my
Dude,
bag.
That's
when-
the first
yeah.
thing I thought of when you talked about stepping stones.
When you Google stepping stones,
I like man-made stepping stones as well.
but when
Like as
you
a man-made
Google
path.
stepping
a lot of
stones,
maintenance. That's why those look so
there
good.
was such like this image made me want to walk on this
Yeah.
so bad.
So bad.
You have to.
I Googled this and I was like, oh my God, I want to, it kind of pains me that I can't walk over that. I'll share it with the chat right now and then hide you guys again because you're leaking pics.
Leaking picks.
But yeah, that's a great path right there. I mean, that's so cool. So I'm happy. Stepping stone, first pick.
So I want to give Big Baby David some love.
Yeah.
We've been saying paths.
Yeah.
Very ho-hum.
Yeah.
No other definition.
Yeah.
Every other draft, we've had about a 2-hour debate about
What
rules and
counts,
making
what
sure
doesn't
it's
count.
right.
We've like set the parameters by Monday
Path.
and had time to think about it.
Yeah.
So
And
BBD,
this week's was 7 a.m. You texted us types of paths.
By design, Jake and I talked behind the scenes.
Jimmy
and
said he was going to text you last night and he forgot.
I fell
So
asleep at 8
did it.
o'clock again.
Double sleep.
Yeah. Second night in a row.
I fell asleep.
If
on
I'm
the
being
couch
honest,
and I
one
was
night's
up.
head start I don't think would have done much for
Not a
me.
ton.
Well, BBD,
we had said it
you
by
had
Monday.
said when I wrote this down like 3 weeks ago, I think it was on the show, you were like, what do you mean by paths? And,
Yeah.
and we said types of paths.
Well, I also think just about any draft we were gonna come up with, I often come up with some sort of question, and then you guys, without fail, every time say, in this case, types of paths, pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
So
So-
it's tough for me to ask questions.
So David, the compliment
He
comes
said
from.
he said he was going to take he was dreading getting the first pick because he had no idea.
Your pick selection of taking the turnaround was your best gamesmanship so far.
Yeah.
So kudos to you.
Yeah, I needed to see where this was, how quick we were gonna start getting creative.
Yeah.
And, you know, with types of paths, it could have either just been a very boring 12 picks or however many we're going, or
Yeah.
I figured we were gonna get silly at some point. I'm happy it went there.
Proud.
Not that righteous is a silly pick, but
It's
outside, not the first thing you might think of when you're thinking of a path.
just righteous.
What's your third pick? First overall, your first pick,
So
third
my
overall.
3-4 turnaround, I have one kind of utilitarian pick and one
Okay.
one in the spirit of the game.
Yeah.
I like it pick. I'm taking secret passageways with
Ooh,
my third.
that's
pick.
a good pick, David.
Secret passageway.
And that can mean a lot of things, but like when you with your friends growing up, like you find your path. Like this is how we get like to the park. You find like your way like through a neighbor's yard. You've got that clearance.
Yep.
Everything we
It's so
said
good.
about the stepping stones across the lake are the same things you say about a hidden
path.
path.
When you find your
It's a must.
like your like special way to get somewhere.
Yeah.
It's so exciting.
Yeah. Find a dead body at the end. It's awesome.
All right.
And then
So it's secret path.
from a utility, this is the least sexy pick so far by a mile, but it's such a necessary part of life.
Okay.
Like, we need these paths. I'm taking highways.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
You need them.
I don't like that. Pick, but
Anytime-
I like that you thought of it. but I don't like it.
Anytime
Secret passageway.
you're making any kind of...
amazing pick. Almost very jealous of it. Mm-hmm. Highway's not.
Well, that's why I coupled it.
Highway just got you a ticket, so
Whoa.
I wasn't on the highway for that.
ramped you up. All right, with my second pick of the draft, and 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth overall, I'm taking Psychopaths.
Oh, okay.
Max Scherzer's an awesome pitcher. You don't want to be around them, but you want them to exist. They're so entertaining.
You've got one on your team.
You need a psychopath on your team. That's obvious. And then, like, just in life, like, oh, yeah, he's a psychopath. Like, that guy's crazy. They make life more spicy.
Yeah.
If there was no psychopaths in the world, it would be a more boring place. So I'm taking Psychopaths with my number 2.
It's a good pick. Wasn't on my board.
Okay.
I think you can spin Psychopath in a bad way.
Obviously.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, you said it in your pitch for it. You don't want to be around a
They'll
psychopath.
kill.
That's like a sociopath, which
Psychopaths
wasn't
can
on
kill,
my board.
too.
They're like a little different.
There's sociopaths. There's like no positive spin. You can have good psychopaths.
Yeah.
There can be good
I'll give you
psychopaths.
that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have taken it in round 2.
I really wanted Psychopath. They're fun.
This one.
Just think of Max Scherzer, and I'm like, that guy's psycho.
So this one for me makes a ton of sense. If you know me, if you've ever seen me walk, I'm gonna go with shortcuts.
I don't know if that's allowed.
It's another path. It's literally another path.
But shortcuts aren't
different
always
is-
paths.
And is that I'm listening to
If you take a shortcut, that means you're heading somewhere, which is a path.
But you can take shortcuts in life.
Sure.
Like
That's part of the perks of taking the pick. I'm a little shocked by you two right now.
I also just think that's very similar to Secret Passageway.
Yeah.
I
Shortcuts aren't
I can
secrets.
be talked out of that. But
I don't know. I feel like it's too vague.
Wow.
You can take a shortcut like
you're hanging out with Bregman a little too much. Like,
doesn't have to be a path
Okay.
to have a shortcut involved.
All right. I don't need it. I think it's a fantastic pick. I'm assuming the chat is with me because they're ripping right now.
I think
I don't need to see it. I just want to assume.
no. I think that is a pick. I do
think-
kind of think I already
okay.
took it.
I mean, I think secret and shortcut are different. Like, a secret path can be a shortcut. A secret path can be longer. I don't want it. Cover the chat. It's gone. It's eradicated. That's fine. I will be taking the vagina.
What?
It's a path.
To where?
I mean, there's like stuff can go in there, stuff comes out of there.
But can't go through.
Sure can.
Oh,
Doesn't a
yeah.
pathway need to have a open and an end?
Stuff comes out.
Say that again.
I've seen stuff come out of there.
No, I think that's a clean pick.
For real.
I do.
A path. Okay.
I mean, I can't believe how much you're fighting the rules here.
Sure. Vagina, number 2.
Wow.
Another word. I haven't erased the chat from here. I haven't taken picks from them, but
Okay.
that's been called the birth canal.
I mean, life literally comes out of there.
Pathway to life.
Oh, that clears it up for me. Kind of. Didn't see it coming.
I mean,
Okay.
paths.
Yeah, you're
David, explain to him.
you're there.
Paths.
Paths. Okay.
Okay, so paths. And then I was going to take, I believe this is the word for them. Correct me if I'm wrong, but labyrinths? Like mazes?
Yeah, like a maze.
Mazes
So,
or labyrinth?
maze.
Yeah, like a corn maze, any kind
I would
of.
argue that's the same pick as vagina.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's a great joke.
Labyrinth definitely works. What do you want on there? Labyrinth or maze?
I
I think they're the same thing.
Labyrinth. I think it's a more fun word.
Okay.
Fair.
It's a bunch of paths all twisted up that you have to kind of like get out of.
Yeah.
All right. With my next pick, I am taking actually. I don't know. I have a lot of my board left. I have to make some decisions here.
Do we want to? We can go to 5 rounds.
Maybe. I'm going to take moving sidewalks.
Oh.
Okay.
I love moving sidewalks. You got luggage at the airport. I'd rather just stand on there and go as slow as possible than move at all.
Okay.
If you've ever been like to those tourist areas where they have moving sidewalks that are like super long and not in
ones.
an airport, you're kind of like going through like a museum exhibit on a moving sidewalk and stuff. It's like a parade, but easier. They just bring you to all the objects.
Yeah,
Big lazy guy, love a moving sidewalk.
I love them. I mean, yeah, they're broken a lot. That's my only concern.
Moving sidewalks.
Yes.
Escalators,
At
I
an
feel like
airport.
break a lot.
And sometimes you get people blocking. You get the people that don't know how to walk. But as a function,
You know what I love doing?
I like what they're
I love
about.
standing there with my toes straight ahead, and then the kind of lifting your toes up as you reach the end, and then it kind of like launches you.
insert
It
it
like
in.
launches you into a walk, and I love doing
you've
that.
done nothing. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
So-
get it. I get it. It's a pick.
walking with your grandma, moving sidewalk. Yeah, let's hit that up.
Kind of a little scary. Sometimes they just pick up and go crazy fast on you.
That's never happened.
It's happened once.
No, it'd be hilarious.
Google it. Yeah.
So do we want to add? Because this will be my last set of picks.
You wanna
Or
go
do we wanna
5
add a
rounds?
5th round.
I mean, a lot of my creative picks have gotten criticized so far. So I'm
almost
not,
interested to
I'm
see
not
what you have
stoked
left.
for fifth
Yeah.
round.
You want to go fifth
So-
round? I'll go fifth round.
I'm willing to. I don't want to do it if
It's fine. I mean,
Is the
I'm
chat
getting,
leaking picks
I'm
anymore?
getting,
Can I unhide it?
I'm getting picks eliminated.
there are picks being leaked that I've told myself I'm not picking it because the chat said it so much.
Okay.
So are we going to a 5th?
We can do a fifth.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
We can do a fifth.
BBD, you got back-to-back picks then, right?
Okay. I am taking. Is there another word for this? I'm taking hiking trails.
Trails, I
Okay.
think you would say.
So just
Hiking trails? Sure.
I think
trails.
hiking trails
Hiking trails.
specifically.
Yeah.
It's like you're going for a hike.
Yeah.
Just a good
I love
good
hikes.
activity.
Good hiking trail in the woods, awesome.
Yeah, you can.
Everyone.
There's such a
likes good
variance
hike.
to them. You
Yeah.
can do like a very challenging
levels,
hike. You
yeah.
can do a very just like easy. Just get the heart rate up a little bit, a little going up and down hills. You can pee while you're on it.
You have
Which
the
I like
you have
that.
the next one as well.
You're doubling up, BBD.
Ooh, I'm trying to think of the way I want to phrase this because I don't think. I'm trying to find my way to go to the pick that I was given from our crowd out there.
Okay.
I think just saying it. It's a towpath, which is
on my
a
board, BBD.
Yeah.
On my board.
Okay, huge.
Yeah.
Towpath, it's like a path along the water.
It's like for animals that walk along the water, originally, historically. So if you have a sweet river or
It's
a canal,
This
and
is
then
a cousin of the hiking trail.
and then a
but
wide path where like a horse and buggy can go on. It's how people migrated in the olden times because you always wanted to stay by waterways.
I just need a spelling.
TOW, toe. Like,
When
like
I
the
first-
animals toe shit on the tow path along the river.
They're towing.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so Sam gave me that pick, and she said towpath, and I thought,
On my board. I don't know if I would have gotten to
for
take it,
toes?
but because of this reason. I didn't know if it would land with everyone, but like look at pictures, Jake. You Google towpath.
Oh yeah.
It's a pretty walk. It's an old
when I
school
googled
road
it,
along a river.
not
It's-
one image came up that I said I would not enjoy
Yeah,
walking
no.
along that.
I'm in on a towpath, guys.
Yep.
Good pick, BBD.
Okay, back to me. Well, I have one that's similar to Towpath that would need to be described, and it's very similar.
Go ahead.
But I was going to save it for my last pick. Now that we're going 5, I'm going to move on. I'm going to go to Warpath.
Warpath.
A Warpath. Nothing better than when, like, your sister gives you a little, hey, mom's on a warpath right now. Like, don't even go in that room. Like, oh, yeah, they're on a warpath. You know, it's a good description for someone's mood. Also, like, you know, on your way to war, getting that music playing, getting excited.
The literal war paths are interesting in their own right.
Yeah. But I love it as a mood descriptor and then actually, like, going to war. So, Warpath.
I like that.
It's a good pick. I mean, Warpath and Psychopath, they both kind of have the same downfalls a little bit.
Where you can
Some
easily
negative
Oh, if you
connotation.
think you're a little bitch and you're about to lose the war, sure.
You've called yourself a little bitch many times on this very show.
You've gone the
Warpaths
potentially
and
violent.
Psychopaths. I mean, yours has gotten
couple times.
darker than I think we thought.
You're not usually the dark energy.
Warpath.
That's Zach.
I like it. It's Zach.
Saying, like, oh, they're on a warpath right now, you almost feel cool just even saying it about someone else.
I think this is funny. I think if we laid these out beforehand, I think you and I would have some people would assume we're opposite on this. Can I do the path to success?
Yeah, sure.
Yes. I'm trying to think if that's not the same as the righteous path at all.
No.
The
The
second I
path
gave
to
it more
success
thought.
often has failure. The path to success
I like
has a lot of different stories along
I
the
wish
way.
there was
I like Righteous Path because it laid the groundwork for, like, we're going many different ways in this draft by picking it 1-1. But I think if we didn't do that, it's not a good 1-1 because the Righteous Path sucks. Like, I would advise no one to take it. Path to Success, I'd advise everyone to take it.
I think it's for me, it's a giant win. I got both of them on the same team working together in harmony. It's kind of beautiful. So types of paths. Okay, I've got one that I'm trying to figure out how to phrase it perfectly. Let's see. Path.
And Jimmy, Warpath wasn't the one you had it on your board. That's not the pick. You said you're saving that for the last round.
I have one that's like Towpath where I don't think people know it by name, but if you were shown pictures or described, I'm up. Jake has one more pick.
The one you picked, you had set aside, isn't?
Yeah, I haven't used it yet.
So I might need help on this, because I'm just trying to phrase it right for the game. So the cop-out answer would be path to the end zone, but I'm thinking of the running back when the hole opens up, and that's the path the running back takes. I mean, that's a path.
The gap?
Like the hole in football, the gap.
I'm trying to think
I
of
get
what
you're
word
saying.
is.
I get what you're saying.
I think that is a valid pick, we need to have the word.
That's kind of why I'm asking.
Yeah.
When you see that happen, when you see an offensive line open up and the running back has the path to go
I think
through,
it's lane. I think he's got a lane.
The running lane.
Running lane. People might think you're talking about track. If we were just to say run. I'm figuring out how you can get it so it's just one word and people read it on a poll and they know what you're talking about. I think it's hard to do because it would be like running back, running lane because you're really only talking football.
right.
And that position specifically.
Well, that's where
For graphic purposes, like the passing lane, I think would be
Yeah, someone said
easier to
route to the
describe.
end zone, but that's not that. I don't know. I don't know how you can
Okay.
do it.
I was looking for a way. If it doesn't work, that's fine. Let's see.
Because running lane isn't as cool as what you're saying. but
Shot
I
down
don't know.
twice.
I don't know if that.
It's tough. It's a big board. Paths. I saw base paths in the chat.
Yeah, they've been hammering.
Hammering that baseball company.
Boring.
Um,
Squat up.
Squat up, everybody. I guess, can I do like a mountain pass?
Wouldn't that be like a hiking trail
No,
or a highway then?
but it's not.
Elaborate.
Like a lot of these things have some.
When you said
overlap.
mountain pass, I didn't know what it meant.
So
And
oftentimes
that can be on. That's probably on me.
there's either roads or trails or hiking areas that are like a path through the mountain. Like you hear them through an old, if you hear a story, and they're like, "Oh, we went through the mountain pass."
I like that.
Sure, mountain pass.
Mountain pass, a mountain passage.
So Jake's draft is final. Righteous Path, Vagina,
Are we doing
Labyrinth.
5 now?
That's your 5th.
That's 5.
Righteous Path, Vagina, Labyrinth, Path of Success, Mountain Pass.
Thank God.
So my 5th, and this is just being very true to myself, so I didn't want to leave it off my board, is a desire path. And if you're not familiar with what a desire path is, it's my favorite subreddit on Reddit. It's when they lay out sidewalks and at like intersections or at a college, they lay out sidewalks, but the human takes the shortcut so often that there's an imprint in the grass of like, this is
So
actually...
the shortcut
that's-
was the path, is what we're saying.
No, it doesn't always have to be a shortcut. It could be like around a tree.
But it's like this is the.
This
like when
is
it's
the way
clear this is the way
humans
everyone's
go.
This is where the
gone.
people go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get
Yeah,
it.
It's
Oh.
not necessarily quicker.
A lot of times it's like laughing at engineers who just like put the
Right.
sidewalks in the wrong spot. A lot of colleges actually have not put sidewalks down. Let a whole year go by and
it
see
form.
where the humans and then pave them in.
I think that.
Smart.
I think that's what my college did.
It's pretty smart.
Yeah, so Desire Path is their name. Yeah, it's a subreddit that I like. Here, like this. This is a college that didn't do it, and then this is a college that did do it. So that's cool. Where's the other one? I can send this to the chat.
Very smart to save that for last because
No one was going to take it.
nobody was
Yeah.
gonna take
Um,
it. And I love it.
But if you, yeah, I it's a subreddit, and I like really, I enjoy the subreddit a lot. It's just people just post these all the time, and then people post them a lot that are like wrong, and the subreddit's like that's not what we're talking about, and I like that too.
Can you show me an example of one that's wrong? Or that might take a little bit, so I don't want to press you to.
No,
Reddit
so that's not it. Sorry, they post them, and some people make their caption ripping the people for being lazy, like so easy. Like how much longer does it take to take the right angle? And the whole subreddit is like, no. We're not on. We're against the sidewalk people. We're for the desire.
Like when
path.
it's only like 10 feet closer to where it like
it's not
turns.
it's not a lazy path. It's this is where like the human body,
Right.
like the crowd has desired this more. If you're a Reddit user and you just want random shit, Desire Path, good subreddit.
Yeah, I mean,
Buffoon Brent said that's so cool. It is cool with the colleges that let the humans decide where the sidewalks were going to be and then filled in the
colleges
desire
is
paths.
a like there's kind of nowhere else no other kind of place you can do that, and I like that.
Yeah.
That's it.
a lot of those
really
are
cool.
shortcuts, which is hurting me a little bit.
But it's a very specific
I get
shortcut.
it.
Shortcut
I get
was
it.
so vague.
Some of these are vague. It's okay.
Like I can use a shortcut on my keyboard. That's not a path. I
Right.
can use a shortcut
That's what makes it badass.
on a URL. That's not a path. Like shortcut isn't. No, those aren't paths.
It's a badass path.
Well,
it's a path to get somewhere, a shortcut.
so, and Warpath wasn't a literal path either.
It's okay.
Well, neither Psychopath.
I like Desire
Yeah.
Path. I like Desire
I didn't want
Path.
to tell you two of your picks I didn't think necessarily count as paths.
Well, they're Psychopath.
Path.
Yeah.
BBD, you have the final pick
Mr. Irrelevant pick it.
in the
this
draft.
one,
I think if you went vagina first and then that got accepted, I think then you would have got everything accepted. But
I thought shortcut was going to be more accepted than vagina.
I think you needed a kind of shortcut.
if there was like just
I think
one
that's why it's such
My
a big
brain
pick.
goes
bit
to
of
keyboard-
specificity to that.
My brain goes to keyboard shortcuts before anything else, and that's not a path.
I think we're thinking that is a path.
How is that a
I
path?
think it is
It's a path to get somewhere. To get to the website. That's how you get
In my
there.
brain, it's a little bit of me wishing I called secret passageways shortcuts.
You
but
want do you want to sub in shortcut for one of your other 5?
It's okay.
I'd allow it. at
I
this
would
point.
I would allow it because the more we've gone, the more I've been talked into shortcuts.
Jeff Pathin in the chat.
That was pretty funny.
That's good. So for the Mr. Irrelevant pick,
Final
rounding
pick.
out the draft, people have been wanting a baseball twist,
Sure.
and it's not base path.
Okay.
It is, and it also works out really well with the timing and stuff with the company. The path from farm to fame. The more we've talked to players, the way they've like gotten to the big leagues.
Okay.
It's like my favorite thing that we like talk about a player with.
So
it's
path
become
to big leagues.
yeah, but we can
I like
throw a
that.
logo on there. It's become like my favorite thing we talk to players about. It's like the most interesting thing to me.
That's kind of
And
a
I
stretch. Like path to success is a
That's why it's my
term
last
that
pick.
exists in the world. This is like, like if this was accepted, we could all just do like path to presidency or path
I
to
don't care
becoming a
about that.
nation.
Yeah, I mean, like they do. There's a bunch of TV shows that are Path to the Draft. That's kind of like that.
Yeah.
For other sports.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Rags to riches would be a good way to
I don't
Yeah.
care about rags to riches.
Riches is a good way to
We're
say
a
it.
bit-
that you should care. 'Cause
It's a really good path.
It's a good path.
better way.
That's the biggest-
That's what you're trying to say here.
Biggest
No,
snub.
but I like.
Road to the show.
yeah. No, I mean it's a. Yeah.
Yeah, it
When
really
you
would
get
have
there-
opened up
and
the board.
It
to, like,
doesn't necessarily. I had this penciled in
Path
as my
to
last
king.
pick.
I'm surprised. The couple weeks we've joked about this, I thought it was gonna be wide open board.
It's
don't
been
know.
it's been the most like we fought each other. on
Yeah,
what's
there's
legal.
been the most lanes, there's been the most paths, if you will.
But yeah, like I've
Career
like
path.
Career
it's not
path was-
necessarily.
That was off the board.
Yeah, career
Yeah.
path blows. I mean, I had it on my list. I thought of it.
Yeah,
I was
it's
like,
kind of-
fuck
no.
that. I had cobblestone on here.
Yeah, I thought we were gonna be going.
It's a traditional,
like dirt paths and
Yeah.
it's a
cobblestone.
very
path.
traditional path.
I couldn't
Cobblestone can be
find-
tough on the ankles, though.
I was thinking about it, and I couldn't find
I
the
get
spot I
older-
wanted to take it because it couldn't be that early.
Oh, you don't want to live by a cobblestone path.
No.
But like when you're walking
To
on
see
one and you're
one.
like, man, this could be from the 1600s. That's
Yeah.
You're doing like a weekend in DC or something.
1904
There's
marathon.
the only I had Towpath on my board. I didn't get to use that because BBD snaked it. That's a good pick. I don't know if I would have got there because it was the last one. I opted not to go to cobblestone because I was only going to take cobblestone or stepping stone. I wasn't going to take both because they're kind of the same thing, and I was happy to get stepping stones.
stepping stones gives you some more versatility.
I wanted an actual like pathway, and then I wanted some mindsets, and then I wanted desire path at the end.
Would pathological have been in the game?
There was a lot of calls for pathology, which is
What's that?
it's like the study of
Is pathological? That's a description, though.
the literal.
I think you
Yeah,
need.
that's why it was never on my board because I don't know how to
the
use
definition,
it.
the science of the causes and effect of diseases, especially in the brain. So
But I
there's-
mean, it is a
that's how it
path.
applies to that. It's literal path.
It's a literal path.
Yeah. So there's medical
Bridge would have
ties
been a
to
good
it.
one.
Bridge, for sure.
Bridges.
Some bridges.
Well, I
are
think
tunnels.
Tunnels. A path. You'd spin that for pitching, too.
The scenic route. It's good.
Path of least resistance.
Not bad. Don't know if it would make my board.
Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Fuck
I think Path of Least
that.
Resistance would
Yeah.
have gotten onto my board if I
Which-
didn't find out at 7 a.m. this morning that we
Yeah.
were doing it.
Hollywood Walk of Fame.
I
Can't think of
see.
something.
I
That's not
thought
a-
I
that's
thought
not a good
Path of Least Resistance was kind of off the board because you're not a Path of Least Resistance guy.
No, I mean,
You like
it
the
would not be on my board.
grind, yeah.
But I mean, it's an option.
Like I'm mad at Gonzaga because they had a Path of Least Resistance. Mixed emotions.
Yeah, but if you're looking at two paths, you see one of them's going to have less resistance.
Someone said secret tunnel. Wouldn't that be
That's
secret passageway? A lot of paths out there, people. Enjoy
A
yours.
lot of paths.
Red carpet. That's kind of a cool
It's
one.
an interesting one.
That is. It's a fanciest path.
Yeah. Yellow Brick Road. That's a very famous path. Not on our boards.
The Yellow Brick Road. No.
No.
Hollywood Walk of Fame. Couldn't think of a place I'd least rather be.
That's not even like oh yeah, everyone should go like look at that once. You don't need to.
Didn't we see it? Or walk on a
We were there
section?
for a little bit,
Probably.
yeah. It's like kind of not a thing.
If that's what
No,
you would
if anyone was like
to see,
yeah, if it was on your destination list, I'd be like, just make sure
That's
you're
the
on. Make
reason
sure
you
it's a
went to
path
LA?
to something else. Don't make it the end of the path.
yeah.
I get
Yeah.
Don't make
people
it
like
the end goal.
people like do the Walk of Fame. You're crazy to do.
What about a
it,
walk
but-
of shame?
It's kind of a bad path.
Yeah,
It's a shameful path.
yeah, I wouldn't have had it.
I wouldn't pick it.
Saw people saying empath.
What's that? Empathy?
Yeah,
Highly
you're someone who
highly sensitive to
if you guys, it seemed like we were getting pretty close to vetoing that, and I was between my last pick and
the chat was
empaths.
big on that. Is empath hot in the streets right now? I've heard a few people talk about that, and I didn't know what it was up until like 2 months ago.
I don't know, but I've used that word a lot over the years.
Okay.
It was one of my like college go-to words to drop somewhere, and also like
Sportico posted.
It's up, yeah.
We talked to this guy for like an hour. Told him
that one.
bared our soul. I'm so interested to see which direction he took the article.
Yeah, I knew he went a little clickbaity with the tweet, but that's to be expected.
Gotta get a click. I get that.
Yeah, I mean, I said it. I stand by that quote.
Yeah, no. I mean,
didn't
luckily he
take
gave the
something out
full
of
quote.
context.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Luckily he.
Yeah,
he
he
gave the
didn't.
rest.
He didn't just give that first part.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, I got some quotes from. Cool. I'm excited to read that. Well, that's the paths: righteous path, vagina, labyrinth, path of success, mountain paths, stepping stones, psychopath, moving sidewalks, warpath, desire path, secret passage, highways, hiking trails, towpath, and path to big leagues. I think highways kind of brings yours down, BBD. I like all the
A
others.
little bit, but I wasn't sure. I thought we were still gonna end up circling back onto like kind of more
More
traditional
logistical
things.
ones.
It was early. That's why I coupled it with secret passageway right up front. I got a good. It's a utilitarian pick. But
Man, the chat's still ripping. I like ski slope. That's an interesting one.
I was going to take glades, but then they're kind of hiking trails that you ski on,
a little bit.
but they're so cool.
Glades is a cool word too.
Yes. I mean, even down in Florida.
Rabbit holes. Ooh, that's a good one.
Is that a path? Because it's not really leading you anywhere. I don't know. Whatever.
It keeps leading you. I don't know.
I don't know either.